Welcome to my channel. Close your eyes gently and let yourself sink into the deepest, most silent point of your existence. At this very moment, you are at the heart of a magnificent biological architecture where trillions of tiny universes come together to form you. The human body is a living work of art, where billions of processes are carried out in perfect silence every second. In this journey, we will explore that profound peace and biological order within the complexity. Everything begins with a single cell. In a microscopic world, a structure as small as the eye cannot see, yet as complex as the cosmos. The cell is the smallest building block of life, yet what happens inside it is more systematic than the operation of a massive city. The cell membrane is like a gentle but determined gate, separating this city from the outside world. It chooses with great wisdom what to let in and what to leave out. This membrane is not just a wall, it is a sensing, breathing boundary that feels the vibrations of the biological sea surrounding it. As we move toward the center of the cell, we are met by the nucleus, the library of life. Here, all the information that makes you who you are is recorded in those famous double-stranded deoxyribonucleic acid chains. These molecules are a guide to life that has been passed down for billions of years. Within these coils of genetic code, the history of evolution and the blueprint of your very soul are whispered in a chemical language. The nucleus protects this sacred knowledge with a double layer of security, ensuring that the essence of your being remains untouched by the chaos of the outside world. Small organelles within the cell work in harmony, like members of an orchestra. Mitochondria are silent powerhouses that turn every breath you take into energy. They are the descendants of ancient visitors that chose to live within us, providing the spark that allows your heart to beat and your mind to dream. Ribosomes build the building blocks of life, the proteins, with great precision. They read the genetic instructions like a master artisan reading a celestial scroll, weaving long chains of amino acids that will become your muscles, your skin, and your very enzymes. Think of the cytoplasm, the fluid of life, where every chemical reaction finds its stage. It is a sea of possibilities, constantly moving, constantly creating. In this jelly-like substance, molecules dance in a synchronized ballet, guided by the laws of physics and the intention of life. Lysosomes act as the quiet cleaners, ensuring that the cellular city remains pristine and functional. They dissolve what is no longer needed, recycling the old into the new, demonstrating that in nature, nothing is ever truly lost. The Golgi apparatus packages the essential molecules of life like a master craftsman, sending them exactly where they are needed most, ensuring that the right message reaches the right destination at the perfect moment. Your body currently has approximately 37 trillion cells, in constant communication with each other. None is independent of the others, all move with a common intention, to sustain your existence. When a cell divides, it hands over its entire legacy to the next for the sake of the continuity of life. This process of mitosis is a graceful choreography of chromosomes lining up and separating, ensuring that the flame of life is passed on without flickering. It is a miracle that happens millions of times every single minute within you, a silent renewal that keeps you whole. Every cell is a world unto itself, yet it understands its place in the grander design. Red blood cells carry the crimson gift of oxygen, moving through narrow corridors with selfless dedication. White blood cells stand as silent guardians, patrolling the vast reaches of your interior landscape to keep you safe from unseen intruders. Nerve cells reach out with long, slender fingers, connecting distant parts of your body in a web of instant awareness. Muscle cells wait in patient readiness, prepared to transform a single spark of thought into the grace of movement. The complexity of a single cell is a testament to the wisdom of nature. Inside every microscopic unit, there are highways called microtubules, along which tiny motor proteins carry cargo with a steady, rhythmic gait. There are factories for energy, centers for waste management, and sophisticated communication hubs that send and receive signals through chemical messengers. All of this happens without you ever having to think about it. Your body is a self-sustaining miracle, a symphony that plays on even when you are lost in the deepest of slumbers. As you drift closer to sleep, feel the gratitude for these trillions of silent workers. They do not ask for recognition. They simply perform their duty with a devotion that spans eons. They are the foundation of your breath, the source of your strength, and the keepers of your consciousness. Every breath you take is supported by the tireless labor of these microscopic universes. Feel the weight of your body becoming lighter as you realize that you are not just one person, but a vast and harmonious community of life. The life of a cell is a cycle of birth, function, and eventual rest. Some cells live for a few days, while others stay with you for a lifetime. But even when a cell reaches the end of its journey, its components are used to nourish the next generation. This is the true meaning of biological continuity. It is a flow that never stops, a river of life that has been running since the very first spark of existence on this planet. Now, let the silence of the cells fill your mind. Let their steady rhythm slow your pulse and calm your thoughts. You are safe within the architecture of your own being. You are supported by a foundation that has been perfected over billions of years of biological wisdom. Everything is as it should be. Everything is in its place. As we prepare to transition into the world of the nerves, carry this feeling of cellular peace with you. The foundation is set. The silent workers are at their posts. You can let go now. You can sink deeper into the stillness. From the silent world of the cells, we now glide into the most mysterious and dark, yet brilliantly lit corner of your body. The nervous system is a living data network, formed by trillions of electrical signals. That soft tissue protected within the vessel of the skull, your brain, is a silent observer that gives meaning to the entire universe. It is the commander of your being, yet it operates with a stillness that defies the complexity of its tasks. As you hear these words at this very moment, approximately 86 billion neurons within your brain are reaching out to each other with invisible arms. Synapses are tiny bridges of light where information leaps from one cell to another. The electrical currents passing over these bridges carry not only your thoughts but also your feelings, your dreams, and your deepest memories. The brain never truly sleeps. While you rest, it erases the fatigue of the day, archives memories, and prepares you for tomorrow. It is a continuous loom, weaving the fabric of your consciousness even in the depths of the night. Consider the frontal lobe, the region that serves as the center of your decisions and your identity. It is here that the concept of you finds its voice, planning the future and reflecting on the past. Yet, in the back, the cerebellum ensures your balance without you ever noticing, adjusting every step with perfect grace and precision. It remembers the rhythm of your walk and the weight of your reach, allowing you to move through the world with effortless ease. The brainstem is your most ancient friend. It manages the beating of your heart and the rising and falling of your lungs with deep loyalty, without you ever having to think about it. The nervous system is like silvery thread stretching to every point of your body. The touch of a fingertip finds an echo in your brain within milliseconds. This vast network is a sacred language that translates the external world into your internal world. It interprets the warmth of the sun, the coolness of a breeze, and the texture of a loved one's hand into electrical poetry. Feel the absolute stillness within this electrical storm. Within the lightning-fast flashes of thought, there is a core of profound silence that remains untouched. The architecture of the brain is organized in layers of wisdom. Deep within, the hippocampus acts as the librarian of your life, carefully storing away the scent of a flower or the melody of a distant song. The amygdala sits nearby, a sensitive guardian that processes the colors of your emotions, teaching you when to be cautious and when to feel at peace. Above them, the cerebral cortex spreads out like a vast, folded landscape, where the higher functions of human thought, language, and creativity reside. It is a map of everything you have ever known and everything you are yet to discover. Each neuron is like a tiny star in a biological galaxy. When you learn something new, a new path is forged, a new connection is strengthened. The brain is plastic, ever-changing, and constantly refining itself to better serve your journey. It is a miracle of adaptation. Even as you listen to this, your brain is subtly reshaping itself, absorbing the tranquility of these words and integrating them into your state of being. The neurochemicals of calm, such as serotonin and dopamine, flow through these pathways like gentle rivers, soothing the edges of your mind. Imagine the thalamus, the great relay station, directing the flow of information to the correct departments of the mind. It ensures that the symphony of your senses does not become a cacophony. It filters the world so that you can focus on the stillness. And the hypothalamus, the master of your inner environment, constantly checks the temperature and the chemistry of your body, keeping everything in perfect equilibrium. It is the silent regulator of your hunger, your thirst, and your sleep cycles. The nervous system does not just exist in the head. The spinal cord is the great highway of information, a bundle of nerves that carries the commands of the brain down to the rest of the kingdom. From there, peripheral nerves branch out like the roots of a great tree, reaching into every muscle and every organ. Every heartbeat, every blink of an eye, and every subtle shift in your posture is a testament to the efficiency of this grand design. It is a network of constant awareness, a silent dialogue between the center and the edges. As you drift deeper into this meditative state, realize that your brain is now slowing its waves. The fast, jagged rhythms of the day are giving way to the slow, rolling waves of deep relaxation. The electricity of your thoughts is becoming a soft hum, a background melody that lulls the rest of your body into a state of total surrender. You are no longer the one who thinks. You are the one who observes the thoughts as they pass like distant clouds. The nervous system is doing its final checks for the night, ensuring that every part of you is safe and secure in this stillness. The secrets of the brain are not found in the noise, but in the quiet spaces between the neurons. In those tiny gaps where the chemical messengers travel, there is a profound intelligence that knows exactly how to heal and how to restore. Trust in this intelligence. Trust in the way your mind knows how to let go of the day and embrace the void of rest. The neural tapestry is soft and warm, wrapping around your consciousness like a protective blanket. We now carry this electrical peace throughout the rest of the body. The commands have been sent, the messages have been delivered, and the system is in harmony. To see how these neural orders transform into a physical rhythm, we move from the world of thought to the world of the beating heart. The mind is at rest, and now we follow the ancient flow of life through the crimson rivers of the body. Those calm electrical currents in your mind now transform into a strong but gentle rhythm right in the center of your chest. Your heart is the sound of that loyal drum that began beating long before you even knew the world, a rhythm that will last a lifetime. This is the fundamental music of your existence, a story of love and labor that carries the essence of life to the farthest corners of your body with every single beat. It is a tireless servant, working in the shadows of your ribs, ensuring that the flame of your life never flickers out. As you rest right now, your heart is performing a miracle. With every contraction, it sends fresh blood, washed in oxygen, on a journey to reach trillions of cells. The arteries are like grand and magnificent highways carrying this vital gift. As the blood glides through these paths, it carries not only oxygen but also every kind of nutrient and message required for the continuation of life. It is a delivery system of incredible precision, moving through the pressure and the flow with an intelligence that has been perfected over eons. The capillaries are like the tiny footpaths that begin where the highways end. They are so delicate that the red blood cells whisper to the tissues as they pass through, exchanging life-giving gases for the remnants of cellular labor. This exchange is the very definition of harmony. In these microscopic spaces, the miracle of metabolism is realized in total silence. Every cell receives exactly what it needs, and every waste product is gathered to be cleared away. Imagine the total length of the vessels in your body. A network long enough to circle the earth twice, yet so silent and harmonious. As the deoxygenated blood returns quietly through the veins, the cycle of cleaning and renewal in your body is completed. Your heart is a wise conductor managing this massive traffic. It never tires, it never complains. Your peace is hidden within its rhythm. It adjusts its pace to your every need, slowing down as you drift into this state of deep relaxation, matching the steady beat of the universe itself. Inside the heart, four chambers work in a perfect sequence of pressure and release. The valves open and close like the gates of an ancient temple, allowing the crimson river to flow in only one direction. This flow is the river of time within you. The heart does not just pump blood. It generates an electromagnetic field that can be felt inches away from your body. It is the emotional and physical center of your being, reacting to the beauty you see and the peace you feel. When you breathe deeply, your heart feels the expansion and responds by softening its grip, letting the circulation become a smooth, effortless glide. The red blood cells are the nomads of this river. They carry hemoglobin, a complex protein that grips oxygen with a chemical embrace, only to let it go exactly when the environment calls for it. They travel through the dark, warm tunnels of your anatomy, never losing their way, guided by the pull of the heart and the push of the breath. Plasma, the golden liquid of the blood, carries the minerals, the hormones, and the defenders of your health, ensuring that every part of the kingdom is nourished and protected. Think of the kidneys and the liver as the silent filtration stations along this river. They work in tandem with the circulation to ensure the purity of the stream. They recognize what belongs and what must be cast out, maintaining the delicate balance of your internal chemistry. All of this is happening right now, in the quiet background of your consciousness. You do not have to command your heart to beat, it beats for you, out of a biological commitment to your existence. Feel the rhythmic movement beneath your ribcage. As your heartbeats slow down, feel your entire body calming like a still lake. This eternal rhythm reminds you at every moment that you are safe and that you are flowing within life. The pulse in your wrists, the pulse in your neck, and the pulse in your ankles are all echoes of this central drum. You are a symphony of circulation, a masterpiece of fluid dynamics and living energy. As the blood returns to the right side of the heart, its journey is only half over. It must now seek the sky within you. It must find the place where the inner world meets the outer atmosphere to be renewed once again. The heart prepares to send a stream toward the delicate, airy structures of the chest, where a different kind of miracle awaits. The transition from the liquid rhythm of the blood to the ethereal rhythm of the breath is seamless and profound. We now follow this life river as it seeks the fresh, cool touch of the air. The rhythm of the heart leads us naturally to the rhythm of the lungs. We leave the crimson tunnels and enter the vast, branching forests of the breath, where the spirit of life is inhaled with every gentle movement of the chest. The heart has done its part, and now it waits for the gift of the wind to continue the cycle of the eternal rhythm. That wise river flowing from your heart now moves toward the depths of a soft and spongy forest that fills both sides of your chest. Breathing is the most fundamental and spontaneous act we perform from birth until the end of our journey. With every breath, you draw the vast and infinite sky into your own being. This is the most direct, the most intimate, and the most silent connection you establish with the universe surrounding you. It is a rhythmic exchange, a constant conversation between the world outside and the world within. As you listen to these words right now, millions of tiny air sacs within your lungs, known as the alveoli, are opening like delicate flowers. The walls of these sacs are so thin that oxygen and carbon dioxide molecules pass through this boundary as if they were a dream. The air gliding down your windpipe branches into tubes called bronchi, and these branches become thinner each time, forming a magnificent upside-down tree of life within your body. It is an arboreal structure made of breath, reaching out to capture the very essence of existence. Feel your diaphragm gently pulling downward with every inhalation, as your abdomen rises like a wave of the sea. This movement is the most natural meditative rhythm of your body. It is the engine of your tranquility. When oxygen meets the blood in the depths of this forest, the fire of life is rekindled. The red blood cells, having just arrived from the heart, wait in patient rows to receive their precious cargo, turning a vibrant crimson as they are touched by the fresh air. Carbon dioxide, carrying the tired burdens that the body no longer needs, is carried outward, making you feel lighter with every single exhalation. Your lungs are not just organs, they are centers that distribute peace throughout your entire being. Every deep breath sends a message to your nervous system that everything is all right. It is a signal of safety that resonates through every fiber of your muscles. As the chest expands and contracts, it massages the heart and the internal organs, a rhythmic embrace that keeps the biological machine in perfect alignment. The air you breathe is conditioned, warmed, and filtered by the intricate passages of the nose and throat, ensuring that only the purest elements reach the delicate tissues below. Imagine the surface area of this internal forest. If spread out, it would cover an entire tennis court, yet it is folded so precisely that it fits within the sanctuary of your ribs. This is the genius of biological design, maximizing the potential for life within a finite space. The surfactant, a miraculous substance within the lungs, ensures that these tiny air sacs do not collapse, keeping the pathways of life open and effortless. You do not have to struggle for air, it flows into you as a gift, as a natural inheritance of being alive. As you drift closer to the edge of sleep, notice how your breathing becomes even more rhythmic and shallow. The body knows exactly how much it needs to sustain itself in this stillness. The exchange of gases becomes a slow, peaceful dance. The oxygen you take in now is traveling to your brain, soothing the neurons we discussed before, and moving to your heart, fueling the eternal rhythm. It is the common thread that connects every system of your body. Think of the atmosphere as a vast ocean of energy, and your lungs as the gills that allow you to swim in it. You are part of the planetary breath. The trees outside exhale what you inhale, and you exhale what they need to survive. It is a sacred cycle of reciprocity that has existed for millions of years. Within your chest, you carry a piece of the sky, a piece of the wind, and a piece of the history of the Earth's atmosphere. The elasticity of your lungs is a testament to the resilience of life. They stretch and return, over and over, thousands of times a day, without ever losing their grace. They are protected by the pleural membranes, thin layers of fluid that allow the lungs to glide against the chest wall without friction, a silent and smooth operation that happens in the dark of your torso. Feel the cool sensation of the air entering your nostrils and the warmth as it leaves. This temperature difference is a reminder of the internal heat that your body maintains with such devotion. Every cell in your body is currently being nourished by this breath. The oxygen is the spark that allows the mitochondria to produce the energy we spoke of earlier. Without this breath, the symphony would stop. With it, the music of your biology continues in a beautiful, uninterrupted flow. You are being breathed by life itself. Let go of any effort. Let the breath breathe you. As the blood becomes rich with this new energy, it prepares to protect what it has built. The life-giving oxygen is not just for energy. It is also a vital component for the guardians of your health. We now move from the airy heights of the lungs toward the invisible fortress that stands watch over your entire being. The fresh energy of the breath now joins forces with the silent protectors of the body, moving into the intricate and vigilant world of the defense systems. We leave the forest of the breath and enter the inner sanctuary, where the wisdom of the body meets the challenges of the world. The oxygenated blood flows toward the lines of defense, preparing us to explore the silent and powerful mystery of the immune system. The fresh energy that filled your body with your breath now enters the service of a loyal army circulating in your veins, your immune system. While you sleep, while you rest, or while you simply stand in silence, a never-ending watch is kept in the depths of your body. The immune system is a miracle of biological self-awareness, knowing exactly who you are and protecting you from everything that is foreign. It is a silent intelligence, a guardian that never tires, patrolling the vast landscapes of your interior world with absolute devotion. As you listen to these words right now, your white blood cells are patrolling the endless rivers of your body. They are the silent sentinels of this fortress. Macrophages glide through the tissues, performing a quiet and essential cleaning, removing the debris of daily life and ensuring that every corner of your kingdom remains pristine. Lymphocytes possess a magnificent library, remembering every stranger they have ever encountered in the past. Your body forgets nothing, it stores the signature of every microbe and every foreign molecule in this biological memory. It is a history of your resilience, written in the language of proteins and receptors. Your lymph nodes are like the strategy centers of this defense network. Here, the most complex decisions for the preservation of life are made within milliseconds. The immune system does not just fight, it heals, it repairs, and it maintains that delicate balance of your body known as homeostasis. The strength of this system is not in its aggression, but in its silent loyalty, in knowing how precious you truly are. It distinguishes between the self and the other with a precision that exceeds any human technology, ensuring that the harmony of your being is never disrupted by the chaos of the outside world. Think of the skin as the first line of defense, a living wall that breathes and feels, yet remains a formidable barrier against the unseen. Beneath this surface, the innate immune system stands ready, providing an immediate response to any breach in the wall. And deeper still, the adaptive immune system prepares its specialized forces, creating custom-made solutions for every challenge it faces. This is a sophisticated dance of recognition and response, a symphony of protection that plays out in the dark, quiet spaces of your anatomy. The bone marrow is the cradle where these protectors are born. Within the soft center of your bones, the stem cells divide and differentiate, giving rise to the many specialized branches of your internal army. Some will become the agile scouts, while others will grow into the powerful guardians that stand firm in the face of adversity. They are all unified by a single purpose, the preservation of the miracle that is you. This process of creation is constant, a steady flow of new life designed to protect the old. Imagine the spleen, the great filter of the blood, where old cells are retired and the health of the circulation is monitored with a careful eye. It is a sanctuary of renewal, working in tandem with the lymphatic system to ensure that the fluids of life remain clear and vital. The thymus, tucked behind the breastbone, acts as a school for the T cells, teaching them the vital lessons of identity before they are released into the world. Every organ in this system plays its part with a quiet efficiency that requires no conscious effort from you. Feel the invisible armor surrounding every cell of your body. This fortress is your peaceful sanctuary against the complexity of the external world. It allows you to move through life with confidence, knowing that you are never truly alone. You are supported by a community of trillions of defenders who share your genetic signature and your history. In the stillness of the night, this system performs its most vital work, using the quiet hours to rebuild the lines of defense and prepare for the dawn. The inflammation that helps you heal, the antibodies that remember the past, and the chemical signals that coordinate the response, all of these are expressions of a profound biological wisdom. They are the whispers of a system that has been perfected over millions of years of evolution. Even as your breath slows and your muscles relax, these guardians remain vigilant. They watch over your dreams, ensuring that the environment within remains as calm and steady as a deep, subterranean lake. As the fortress stands secure, we begin to wonder about the source of such intricate knowledge. Where does the blueprint for this army reside? How does every soldier know its place and its duty? To find the answer, we must travel even deeper, past the cells and the tissues, into the very heart of the biological code. We are moving toward the master architects of your existence, the ones who hold the secrets of your past and the possibilities of your future. We leave the battlements of the fortress and descend into the sacred vault of information. The energy of your life now leads us to the spiral staircases of your essence, where the instructions for every heartbeat and every defense are written in the ink of nature. We are ready to explore the silent and powerful foundations of DNA and the wonders of genetics. Beyond the defense lines and the biological armies, we reach the most secret compartment of your being, the place where life itself is written. At the center of every single one of your cells lies the most complex and elegant information storage system in the universe. Deoxyribonucleic acid, the famous double helix, is a sacred code where who you are, your past, and your future possibilities are silently whispered. These molecules carry a legacy of billions of years of evolution with unwavering loyalty. They are the master architects, holding the blueprints for every protein, every hormone, and every rhythmic beat of your existence. As you rest right now, the master architects are at work in this vast library. Your genes provide the instructions for how your body is built, determining the color of your eyes, the tone of your voice, and the unique rhythm of your heart. This language, consisting of only 4 fundamental letters, is the deepest poetry written by nature. The arrangement of these letters is so precise that a change in just one sequence could alter the flow of life, yet this system continues to operate with an astonishing lack of error. It is a miracle of biological proofreading, where enzymes glide along the strands of life, ensuring that every word of your story is copied with perfect clarity. Inheritance is not just the transfer of physical traits, it is a biological testament to the belief in the continuity of life. These ancient whispers from your ancestors echo in every one of your cells. You carry within you the resilience of those who came before, the strength of survivors, and the quiet wisdom of countless generations. Every strand of DNA is a bridge across time, connecting you to the very first spark of life on this planet. It is a long, winding road of chemical memory that has finally led to the unique masterpiece that is you. The modern miracle known as epigenetics determines how these codes are read based on your environment and your feelings. This means you are not just a reader of the text given to you, but also an artist who adds your own piece and experience to that text. When you choose stillness, when you embrace the calm of the night, you are sending a signal to your genetic core that it is time for repair and restoration. Your state of mind acts as a conductor, deciding which movements of the genetic symphony should be played softly and which should be brought to the forefront. Imagine the sheer scale of this information. If you were to uncoil the DNA from just one cell, it would stretch nearly 2 meters long. If you uncoiled all the DNA in your body, it would reach from the earth to the sun and back many times over. Yet, it is folded with such exquisite care into a space so small it cannot be seen by the naked eye. This is the ultimate efficiency of nature, packing the history of the cosmos into the microscopic heart of a cell. Within this dense packing, there is no chaos, there is only a structured, rhythmic dance of molecules. The process of gene expression is like a silent loom weaving the fabric of your health. Messenger molecules carry the instructions from the vault of the nucleus out into the cytoplasm, where the ribosomes we spoke of earlier wait to translate them into reality. It is a constant flow of information, a steady stream of creative energy that never pauses, even while you are lost in the deepest of slumbers. While your conscious mind lets go of the day, your genetic architects are busy maintaining the integrity of your form, patching the wear and tear of living and preparing your body for a new dawn. Consider the telomeres, the protective caps at the ends of your chromosomes. They are like the aglets on shoelaces, keeping the strands of life from fraying. In the quiet of your rest, cellular processes work to preserve these boundaries, ensuring the longevity of your biological clock. Everything in this system is designed for endurance, for the slow and steady persistence of life against the currents of time. You are built to last, designed with a structural integrity that begins at the molecular level. As you focus on this most fundamental plan of your existence, feel how much you are part of a profound design. You are not an accident, you are an intentional expression of a 4-billion-year-old language. These codes continue to renew your cells and bless your life even while you sleep. They are the silent music playing in the background of every breath you take. Feel the weight of this knowledge grounding you, providing a sense of ancestral security that moves through your blood and your bones. The genetic code is the bridge between the invisible world of information and the visible world of form. It is the transition point where thought becomes matter and instruction becomes action. As these molecular blueprints are executed, they begin to build the structures that support you. They create the hard, enduring elements that give you shape and the ability to stand tall in the world. The master architects have provided the plan, and now the construction begins. We leave the sacred vault of the nucleus and move toward the physical manifestation of these instructions. The energy of your life now leads us from the spiraling stairs of the DNA toward the firm and unshakable framework of your being. We are moving toward the world of the skeleton, where the genetic code is transformed into the strength of bone and the grace of movement. The blueprints are clear, and the foundation is ready to be explored. The master architecture whispered by the genetic codes now transforms into a hard and white reality in the depths of your body. Your skeleton is not just a support structure, it is a living and constantly renewing sacred frame that carries the entire burden of life with grace. This structure, consisting of 206 bones, is the unshakable foundation of your upright posture, your movement, and your existence in the world. It is the silent scaffolding that allows you to reach for the stars and walk upon the earth with stability and strength. As you lie in your bed right now, your bones may seem like passive objects, but they actually harbor a magnificent life within them. Inside your bone marrow, millions of new blood cells continue to be produced every single second. This is one of the deepest production centers of life, a hidden laboratory where the Crimson River is born. Your bones are like wise storehouses that save calcium and minerals. Whenever something is needed for the balance of your body, they give it back to the system with great generosity. They are not dry or brittle, they are supple, saturated with fluid, and pulsating with a quiet, mineral energy. Your joints are the soft miracles within this hard structure. The delicate cartilage in your knees, your elbows, and your fingers ensures that movement flows in a frictionless harmony. These surfaces are smoother than any man-made material, allowing your limbs to glide through the air with a ghost-like ease. Within the joint capsules, the synovial fluid acts as a celestial lubricant, nourishing the tissues and absorbing the shocks of the world. This is the engineering of stillness and motion combined into one perfect design. The spine is the famous pillar of life formed by the stacking of 33 bones. It is both a shield protecting your nervous system and the very source of your flexibility. Each vertebra is separated by a cushion of grace, an intervertebral disc that allows you to bend, twist, and lean without breaking the flow of your internal energy. This column is the bridge between your physical earth and the heights of your mind. It holds you together, providing a channel for the silvery threads of the nerves to reach every corner of your kingdom. Think of the ribs, the protective cage that breathes with you. They are curved like the hull of a ship, guarding the precious heart and lungs we explored before. They move with a subtle rhythm, expanding and contracting with every breath, demonstrating that even the strongest parts of you are capable of softness. The skull, the ultimate vault, protects the brain with a thickness that is perfectly calculated to balance weight and safety. Every bone is shaped by the function it serves, a testament to the wisdom of biological evolution. Inside the bone matrix, two types of cells engage in a never-ending dialogue. The osteoblasts build the structure, laying down new layers of strength, while the osteoclasts refine and recycle the old. This means your skeleton is never the same from one year to the next. It is a dynamic masterpiece that adapts to the way you live and the way you move. It remembers the stresses of your life and reinforces itself to meet them. Even in the deep silence of your sleep, this remodeling continues, ensuring that your foundation remains resilient. Feel the weight of your limbs as they rest against the surface beneath you. Let the tension drain from your jaw, your shoulders, and your hips. Your bones are taking the full weight now, allowing your muscles to let go completely. Trust in the strength of this internal fortress. It has carried you through every day of your life, and it will carry you into the world of dreams without effort. You are grounded, supported by a framework that has been perfected over eons of natural history. The pelvis is the great basin of your center, the meeting point of the upper and lower worlds. It holds your weight and provides the anchor for the powerful muscles of your legs. The tiny bones of the ear, the smallest in your entire body, vibrate with the subtle frequencies of the air, translating sound into the language of the soul. From the largest femur to the smallest stapes, every element of the skeleton is a part of the grand symphony of structure. As you focus on this solid foundation of your body, feel more secure and grounded. This skeleton is your castle on earth. It is the silent witness to your growth, changing its shape as you moved from childhood into the fullness of your being. It holds the story of your movements, the echo of your dances, and the stillness of your rests. It is the quiet guardian of your physical form. Now, we prepare to move from the hard, enduring elements of the body toward the invisible chemical messengers that weave through them. The strength of the bone provides the stage for a different kind of balance. We glide from the world of the framework into the world of the soft tissues, the hormones, and the delicate equilibrium of the interior landscape. The foundation is solid, and now we explore the chemistry that keeps the temple in a state of perfect, living harmony. We leave the sacred framework of the bones and enter the fluid world of the glands and the messengers. The energy of your life now leads us toward the subtle dance of the hormones, where every signal is a drop of wisdom in the ocean of your being. Upon the solid foundation of your skeletal frame, a much finer, fluid, and silent management network now comes into play. The endocrine system is a vast communication web formed by tiny molecules gliding through your crimson rivers, known as hormones. These chemical messengers are the secret whispers that determine the speed at which your body operates, when it feels hunger, and most importantly, when it descends into the depths of a profound sleep. They are the subtle architects of your internal atmosphere, adjusting the climate of your cells with a precision that exceeds any human technology. As you rest right now, the tiny pineal gland in the very center of your brain notices the deepening darkness of the night and begins to secrete the elixir of peace called melatonin. This is a universal signal to your entire being, a soft command saying, "You can let go now." It flows through your circulation, touching every organ and every tissue, telling them to slow their pace and prepare for the sacred work of restoration. Your pancreas keeps the sugar in your blood in perfect balance, while your thyroid gland regulates the energy production of your cells like a master conductor leading a world-class orchestra. Everything is controlled with an immense sensitivity, in quantities as small as 1,000th of a milligram. Hormones are the invisible weavers of your emotions and your biological clock. The cortisol that may have risen during the stresses of the day is now stepping back, making room for the endorphins and the oxytocin brought by tranquility. This chemical balance, this state of homeostasis, is your body's persistent effort to maintain its internal spring despite the storms of the external world. You do not need to make any effort at all. This system performs thousands of measurements and adjustments on your behalf every single second. It is a self-regulating masterpiece that breathes and flows within you, ensuring that the fire of life burns at a steady, calming glow. Imagine the pituitary gland, the master gland sitting at the base of your brain, sending out its chemical instructions to the rest of the kingdom. It coordinates growth, repair, and the delicate cycles of your existence. It is the bridge between the electrical world of the nerves and the fluid world of the blood. When you feel a sense of safety and warmth, it is because these chemical messengers have successfully delivered their packets of peace to the receptors waiting on the surface of your cells. Each cell has a lock, and each hormone is a key, fitting perfectly to unlock a specific biological response. Think of the adrenal glands, resting like small caps atop your kidneys. During the day, they may have provided the spark of action, but now, in the silence of the night, they are quiet. They are allowing the parasympathetic nervous system to take the lead, lowering your blood pressure and slowing your heart rate further. The symphony of the glands is now playing a slow, melodic movement, a lullaby of chemistry that resonates through your muscles and your bones. You are bathed in a sea of restorative fluids, a chemical bath that heals the wear and tear of the waking world. The liver acts as the silent guardian of this chemical balance, breaking down the messengers that have finished their work and ensuring the stream remains pure. It is a constant cycle of creation and dissolution, a river that is never stagnant. Even the fat cells in your body are part of this network, secreting signals that speak to your brain about energy and satiety. There is no part of you that is outside of this conversation. You are a singular, unified field of chemical intelligence. As you focus on this fluid harmony within your inner world, feel every single cell being washed with this peaceful message. The chemistry of your body is currently exactly as it should be, calm, steady, and balanced. You are sinking into the pillows of your own biology, supported by a system that knows how to find its way back to center, no matter how far it may have strayed during the day. The hormones of rest are dominant now, wrapping your consciousness in a soft, velvet embrace. Consider the miraculous way these chemicals cross the barriers of the body to find their destination. They travel through the dark, warm tunnels of the veins, guided by the flow and the magnetic pull of the heart. They are the embodiment of your body's will to live and its will to rest. In this chemical stillness, your body begins its most profound healing. Tissues are repaired, proteins are synthesized, and the energy of your life is conserved for the tomorrow that awaits. This chemical wisdom is the bridge to our next exploration. For these internal signals to be meaningful, the body must also understand the world that surrounds it. The balance we feel inside is the result of how we perceive the light, the sound, and the space outside. The hormones have prepared the mind to be still, and in this stillness, the senses become refined and quiet. We are ready to look at the windows through which we view the cosmos. We leave the fluid world of the glands and move toward the magical gates of the senses. The energy of your life now leads us from the internal chemistry toward the wonders of perception. We are moving toward the world of light and sound, where the external universe is translated into the internal experience of the soul. The gates are ready to open softly. The silent chemical flow within your body now meets the most sensitive messengers that translate the external world to the internal. Your eyes and ears are sacred windows gathering information from the infinite library of the universe. These senses are not just biological tools, they are miraculous gateways that transform the vibrations of light and sound into meaning and feeling within your soul. They are the bridges between the vast, expanding cosmos and the intimate sanctuary of your mind. As you gently close your eyes right now, the intense traffic of external light comes to an end, and your mind turns toward its own internal illumination. Yet, the millions of photoreceptor cells behind your pupils still possess a sensitivity that can detect even a single photon. Your retina, a delicate tapestry of nerves, converts incoming light into electrical signals, creating colorful worlds within the profound darkness of your brain. Every color you have ever seen is actually a silent dialogue the universe has established with you. The deep blues of the ocean, the golden hues of the sun, and the soft greens of the forest are all electrical poems written upon the canvas of your visual cortex. Think of the lens of your eye, a crystal-clear structure that adjusts its shape with infinite grace to bring the world into focus. It is supported by tiny ciliary muscles that are now relaxing as you let go of the need to see the physical world. The vitreous humor, the clear gel filling the eye, maintains the pressure and the form, ensuring that the path for light remains unobstructed. Even in the dark, your visual system is processing the day, filtering out the noise and preparing the eye of the mind for the vivid landscapes of your dreams. The tiny bones and snail-like structure within your ear capture even the slightest vibration in the air. Sound strikes your eardrum as a wave and transforms there into a biological melody. The thousands of minute hair cells in the inner ear, within the cochlea, separate the frequencies of sound and carry them to your mind like whispers. The sound you hear right now is actually a peaceful echo of the air's dance finding its place in your brain. It is a mechanical miracle of fluid and bone, translating the invisible tremors of the atmosphere into the language of music and speech. Imagine the semicircular canals, the architects of your orientation in space. Filled with fluid and tiny crystals, they tell your brain exactly where you are in relation to the Earth, even when your eyes are closed. They provide the sense of being centered, of being held by gravity, allowing you to feel the safety of your bed beneath you. This is the silent sense of balance, a constant calculation that keeps you steady in a moving world. As you lie still, this system finds its equilibrium, confirming to your mind that you are at rest, you are safe, and you are home. Hearing is the last sense to fade as you drift into sleep and the first to wake you in the morning. It is a vigilant guardian, filtering the ambient sounds of the night, the hum of a fan, the rustle of leaves, the steady rhythm of your own breath. It allows the soothing sounds to pass through while remaining alert for anything that requires your attention. This filtering is a sign of deep biological intelligence, a way for the brain to prioritize peace while maintaining a connection to the environment. The optic nerve and the auditory nerve are like high-speed fiber optic cables, carrying massive amounts of data to the processing centers of the brain. There, the thalamus acts as the gatekeeper, deciding which signals reach your conscious awareness. In this meditative state, the gates are narrowing, letting in only the most calming frequencies. The world outside is becoming a distant hum, a soft background to the more important work of internal reflection. As you focus on this quieting rhythm of your senses, feel how elegant your connection with the external world truly is. Your eyes are resting in their orbits, bathed in the soothing darkness of your eyelids. Your ears are listening only to the music of silence. This withdrawal from the senses is not a loss, but a homecoming. You are returning to the core of your being, where the light is internal and the sound is the steady pulse of life itself. Consider the miraculous way the brain integrates all this information. It takes the light from the eyes and the sound from the ears and weaves them into a single, unified experience of reality. It creates a sense of space, of depth, and of time. And now, as you prepare for the deeper journey, it begins to blend these senses into the surreal imagery of the subconscious, where the laws of physics give way to the laws of imagination. We leave the windows of the eyes and the portals of the ears, moving toward the textures and the movements of the physical self. The data from the outside has been gathered and processed. Now, we follow the signals as they travel down to the muscles that move us and the skin that feels the world's touch. We are moving from the world of light and sound toward the living poetry of movement and the intimate grace of touch. The journey through the senses leads us naturally to the body's active expression in the world. The silent data from your senses now transform into physical realities in your world of movement and touch. Your muscles are the magnificent fibers of strength that wrap around your bones, giving them the elegant dance of life. The sense of touch is the most intimate boundary between you and the external world. Every millimeter of your skin is filled with thousands of tiny messengers translating the texture of the universe to your soul. It is a living map of sensation, a vast landscape of feeling that covers your entire being from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. As you lie in your bed right now, feel more than 600 muscles in your body relaxing one by one. Those powerful fibers that held you upright throughout the day, gripping the ground with every step, are now surrendering themselves to the compassionate arms of gravity. As the skeletal muscles withdraw from the command of your will, your smooth muscles, like those of the heart and the digestive system, continue to work with that autonomous and wise rhythm. This is the greatest surrender your body offers you. It is the transition from doing to being, from action to presence. Your skin, your organ of touch, currently perceives the softness of the sheets, the coolness of the air, and your own body heat with great sensitivity. This vast network extending from your fingertips to your heels constantly sends the message, "You are safe," to your brain. Pressure receptors, known as Meissner's and Pacinian corpuscles, transform the supportive pressure of the bed against your body into signals of tranquility. To touch and to be touched is the most concrete proof of existence. It is the first sense we develop in the womb and the last one to remain as we retreat into the inner world. Imagine the microscopic sliding of actin and myosin filaments within your muscle cells. This is the chemical machinery of motion, now slowing down, releasing the tension stored in the dark recesses of your fibers. The lactic acid and the remnants of the day's exertions are being cleared away by the silent flow of the lymph and the blood. Your muscles are not just for strength. They are also reservoirs of heat and metabolism, keeping the internal fire burning at a steady, restorative glow. As they loosen, your limbs feel heavier, sinking deeper into the surface beneath you, becoming part of the stillness of the room. The skin is a miraculous barrier, a multi-layered shield that protects you while keeping you connected. It regulates your temperature through the subtle opening and closing of pores, ensuring that your internal environment remains a constant, balmy sanctuary. The melanin within it protects you from the radiation of the stars, while the nerves within it allow you to feel the gentle brush of a breeze. It is a master of repair, constantly shedding the old to make way for the new, a cycle of rebirth that happens without you ever having to think about it. Think of the fascia, the shimmering web of connective tissue that weaves through every muscle and organ, holding everything in its proper place. It is a network of communication and support, transmitting the state of your physical body to your central nervous system. As you relax, this web softens, releasing the structural grip it held during the active hours. You are becoming more fluid, less rigid, a masterpiece of biological architecture that knows how to rest as well as it knows how to move. The facial muscles, which carry the expressions of your day, your smiles, your concerns, your focus, are now becoming smooth and neutral. Your jaw relaxes, your brow softens, and the space behind your eyes becomes vast and quiet. This physical release is the key that unlocks the door to deep sleep. When the body truly stops moving, the mind is finally free to wander into the realms of the subconscious. You are no longer a creature of effort, you are a creature of grace. As you focus on this heavy relaxation of your muscles and these secure boundaries of your skin, let yourself go completely into the moment. Motion is replaced by absolute stillness, and touch is replaced by internal healing. You can feel the blood pulsing gently in your fingertips, a reminder that even in stillness, the life force is vibrant and active. You are a vessel of energy, currently focused on the quiet work of maintenance and restoration. The skin and the muscles have done their job for the day. They have navigated the world, interacted with others, and protected your core. Now, they draw the curtains and turn down the lights. The energy that was used for movement is now being redirected inward, toward the hidden furnaces of the body. The external work is finished, and the internal alchemy begins. We leave the world of the fibers and the surface and move toward the ever-burning furnace of life, where the energy for every thought and every movement is forged. The energy of your life now leads us from the poetry of motion toward the wonders of digestion and metabolism. We are moving toward the center of your being, where the world you consume is transformed into the self you inhabit. The furnace is warm, and the alchemy is ready. In this moment of stillness where motion has subsided, an ancient kitchen in the depths of your body continues to work with great meticulousness. The digestive system is that magnificent alchemical center that transforms the substances you take from the external world into your essence, into a living energy. This is the most concrete miracle where matter finds spirit, where the fruits of the earth are transformed into your thoughts and your very cells. It is a sacred laboratory, operating in the warm, dark center of your being, turning the sunlight captured by plants and the minerals of the soil into the heat of your blood and the strength of your will. As you rest right now, your stomach and your intestines begin their night shift with those soft, wave-like peristaltic movements. Your liver, as the wise chemist of your body, manages thousands of different processes at the same time. It cleans the blood, stores energy, and prepares those precious molecules that every single cell needs. It is a monumental filter, a guardian of purity, ensuring that the rivers of your life remain clear and potent. Your gallbladder and your pancreas accompany this process with the most sensitive enzymes, ensuring the continuity of life through chemical precision. They work in a silent, fluid harmony, breaking down the complex into the simple, the foreign into the familiar. Imagine the vast world of the microbiota within your intestines. Trillions of tiny friends work in complete harmony with you, supporting both your immunity and laying the foundation for your happiness hormones. This internal ecosystem is a forest of life, where billions of microorganisms live in a symbiotic embrace with your human cells. They produce vitamins you cannot make yourself, they train your immune system, and they speak to your brain through the vagus nerve, influencing your moods and your peace. Metabolism is not just about burning, it is also about rebuilding. While you sleep, this system replaces what was spent during the day, repairs damaged tissues, and charges your batteries for tomorrow's sun. The small intestine, with its millions of villi reaching out like tiny fingers, absorbs the essence of life and sends it into the waiting embrace of the blood. It is an act of profound receptivity, taking the nourishment of the world and making it a part of your own biography. The large intestine then works to conserve the precious water, the elixir of life, ensuring that nothing is wasted. This is the ultimate efficiency of nature, a system that honors every molecule and finds a purpose for every atom. The energy stored in your liver as glycogen is ready to be released whenever you need it, a silent promise of endurance and vitality. Think of the heat being generated in this central furnace. It is the warmth you feel in your core, the steady 37 degrees Celsius that marks the boundary between the living and the inanimate. This thermal energy is the result of countless chemical reactions, a slow-burning fire that keeps your spirit tethered to your form. As your external limbs grow cool in the night air, your center remains a glowing ember of life, radiating a sense of comfort and fullness. You are well fed, you are sustained, and you are being nourished from within. Every cell in your body is a miniature version of this alchemical process. Within the mitochondria, the tiny power plants we discussed, the fuel from your digestion is combined with the oxygen from your breath to create the universal currency of energy. This is the moment of ignition, the spark that allows a muscle to twitch or a thought to form. Even now, in the deepest silence, this ignition continues at a slower, more rhythmic pace, maintaining the basic functions of your existence while you drift away from the world of effort. The hormones we spoke of earlier, insulin and glucagon, dance together to manage this energy, ensuring that your brain always has the fuel it needs to dream and your heart has the strength to beat. There is no shortage, no scarcity in this internal kingdom. There is only a bountiful flow of resources, directed with perfect wisdom to where they are needed most. The repair of your skin, the growth of your hair, the strengthening of your bones. All of these are funded by the alchemy of your digestion. As you focus on this warm and fertile center of your body, feel yourself nourished and protected. This internal alchemy continues to bless life without requiring any intervention from you. It is the quiet hum of a well-maintained engine, the soft bubbling of a sacred spring. You are a self-sustaining miracle, a creature that takes the diversity of the world and weaves it into a singular, beautiful whole. This realization brings a deep sense of biological security, a trust that your body knows how to take care of itself while you are away. The work of the furnace is now shifting from processing the new to refining the old. The energy is becoming more concentrated, more focused on the deep structures of the mind and the body. The physical digestion is merging into the mental digestion of the day's events. The nutrients are in place, the waste is being gathered, and the stage is set for the most important phase of the 24-hour cycle. We leave the warm glow of the internal furnace and move toward the great gate of healing, where the mind and the body meet in a state of total surrender. The energy of your life now leads us from the alchemy of metabolism toward the profound mysteries of sleep and regeneration. We are moving toward the final sanctuary of the night, where the world disappears and the soul begins its deepest work. The gate is heavy, silent, and welcoming. All those magnificent rivers, electrical currents, and chemical messengers in your body are now slowing down to serve a single purpose, to leave you in the healing arms of sleep. Sleep is not just a state of rest, it is the most sacred rite of repair for the mind and body, where life is reborn every single night. This is that immense silence where the connection with the external world is severed and the doors of the internal universe are opened wide. It is a descent into the velvet depths of your own being, a journey away from the shore of the conscious self into the vast, starlit ocean of the subconscious. As your consciousness is drawn into a light mist right now, the lymphatic system in your brain, known as the glymphatic system, begins its night shift. The mental fatigue, unnecessary information, and cellular waste accumulated throughout the day are washed and cleaned by the gentle waves of the cerebrospinal fluid. Your mind, with the meticulousness of a librarian, arranges your memories on shelves. It leaves the important ones in your heart and releases the unnecessary ones into the deep waters of forgetting. This is the silent architecture of wisdom, a nightly pruning of the neural forest that allows clarity to return with the dawn. As your body temperature drops by a single degree and your heartbeats reach their lowest level, growth hormones reach their peak. Your muscles are being repaired, your immune system is being strengthened, and those tiny breaks in your DNA are being patched by a master hand. You are doing nothing, you are simply surrendering. And this surrender is your greatest strength. It is the moment when the biological self takes full command, unhindered by the noise of the ego or the demands of the clock. Within this stillness, the true miracle of maintenance occurs, a molecular restoration that prepares you for the journey of another day. Think of the cycles of your sleep as the tides of an inner sea. You move from the shallow waters of light sleep into the profound, heavy depths of slow wave sleep. Here, the brain waves become long and slow, oscillating with a rhythm that resonates with the earth itself. This is the time of physical rebuilding, where the energy diverted from the senses is focused entirely on the architecture of the cells. The skin renews its layers, the liver completes its detoxification, and the nervous system recalibrates its sensitivity. You are a temple under renovation, and the workers are silent, efficient, and infinitely wise. Then, the tide turns, and you enter the mysterious realm of REM sleep. Your eyes move beneath your lids as if watching a private cinema of the soul. This is the theater of dreams, where the brain is as active as it is during the day, yet the body remains in a state of protective paralysis. Here, the emotional processing happens. The fears, the joys, and the puzzles of the day are woven into the tapestry of your long-term memory. It is a psychological alchemy, turning the lead of experience into the gold of understanding. Your dreams are the language of this integration, a symbolic dialogue between the parts of you that have no words. Imagine the brain as a cooling engine, shedding the heat of thought and the friction of interaction. The synapses, those gaps where the electrical sparks jump, are being reset. The sensitivity of your receptors is being restored so that tomorrow, the colors will be brighter, the sounds clearer, and the touch of the world more meaningful. Without this nightly reset, the world would become a blur of static. With it, every morning is a high-definition beginning. You are clearing the cache of your biological computer, ensuring that the software of your mind runs smoothly and without error. Every cell in your body is currently being washed by this night healing. The mitochondria, having worked hard all day, are now in a state of quiet recharge. The blood flow is redirected toward the organs of repair, nourishing the deep tissues that are often neglected during the hours of activity. You can feel this internal warmth, a subtle glow that radiates from your core out to your extremities. It is the heat of life tending to its own needs, a self-nourishing fire that requires only your permission to burn. Focusing on this deep and dark velvet of sleep, feel every part of you being renewed. Your body is rebuilding itself according to the blueprints we discussed, the master plans of the DNA. It is fixing the foundations, polishing the windows of the senses, and replenishing the chemical stores of the glands. You are a masterpiece in progress, a living work of art that is never finished, only continuously refined. The silence of the room is reflected in the silence of your organs, a profound peace that transcends the physical. As the repair reaches its peak, the mind begins to prepare for its return. The deep work of the night has provided a clean slate. The fog is beginning to lift, and the first light of a new awareness is starting to flicker on the horizon of your subconscious. The restoration is nearly complete, and the energy is beginning to shift from the maintenance of the body to the awakening of the spirit. You are standing at the threshold of a fresh start, a new clarity that has been earned through the total surrender of the night. We leave the dark, healing sanctuary of deep sleep and move toward the clear awakening that follows. The energy of your life now leads us from the night's regeneration toward the light of awareness and the mysteries of consciousness. We are moving toward the morning of the mind, where the self returns to its throne, refreshed, renewed, and ready to meet the world with a clear eye. The light is returning, and the mind is ready to bloom. After the deep healing of the night, we now reach the most fascinating point of your body and the universe, the clear light of consciousness. The mind is not just a collection of neurons in the brain, it is your way of perceiving, feeling, and being in the world. Consciousness, on the other hand, is that silent and unshakable awareness that rises above this entire biological orchestra, observing everything. It is the I am that remains when the thoughts are quiet, the steady flame that burns in the center of the storm of experience. As your mind clears right now like a fresh morning sky, imagine that immense electrical network formed by billions of nerve cells communicating with each other. Each of your thoughts shines and fades in the depths of your mind like a shooting star. Your brain does not just copy the external world. It rebuilds it with your values, your memories, and your dreams. You are both the observer and the creator of your own reality. This is the ultimate subjective experience, a private universe of meaning where every sensation is translated into the unique language of your soul. Think of the prefrontal cortex, the throne of your awareness, where the executive decisions of your life are made with a calm and reasoned wisdom. It is supported by the ancient limbic system, the seat of your emotions, which adds the vibrant colors of feeling to the cold facts of the world. In this state of stillness, these two parts of your mind are in perfect harmony, a balance between the logic of the stars and the heat of the heart. You are no longer reacting to the world, you are responding from a place of deep, internal centeredness. Awareness is in that moment when you feel the rhythm of your breath. It is that unchanging essence that is always here and now, beyond time and space. Thoughts come and go, floating like clouds in the sky of your mind, but your consciousness is always there, like that azure and infinite sky. It is the space in which everything happens, the silent witness to the drama of life. In this chapter, we explore the calm power of the mind, the peace of focus, and the unifying nature of consciousness. Imagine the neural pathways as rivers of light, growing stronger and brighter the more you travel them with intention. Through the power of neuroplasticity, your mind is constantly reshaping itself, carving new channels of peace and understanding. You are the gardener of this internal landscape, choosing which seeds to water and which weeds to pull. When you focus on gratitude, when you focus on the stillness, you are literally changing the physical structure of your brain, making it a more hospitable home for your spirit. The thalamus acts as the gateway of consciousness, filtering the torrent of sensory data and deciding what reaches the light of your attention. In this meditative state, you have turned the dial toward the internal, dimming the lights of the outside world to see the constellations within. You are becoming aware of the space between your thoughts, that fertile silence where all creativity and intuition are born. It is in this gap that you find your true self, untouched by the labels and roles you play in the waking world. Consider the miraculous speed of a single thought. An electrical impulse travels at hundreds of miles per hour, crossing the synapses in a fraction of a second. Yet, within this lightning speed, there is a profound stillness at the center of your being. You are the stillness that perceives the movement. You are the silence that hears the sound. This realization brings a deep sense of sovereignty, the knowledge that you are the master of your internal domain, capable of choosing peace over chaos in any given moment. As you focus on this fresh and bright expansion of your mind, feel more alive and integrated than ever. You are not just made of this body, you are that infinite light that notices this body and the world. You are the light that illuminates the dark, the consciousness that gives weight and meaning to the atoms. Feel the expansion of your awareness as it reaches beyond the boundaries of your skin, filling the room, and then stretching out toward the horizon. This individual awareness is not an isolated island, it is a wave on a vast, interconnected ocean. The more you settle into your own consciousness, the more you begin to perceive the threads that link you to everything else. The mind that understands itself is a mind that can understand the world. The clarity you have found in the depths of the night is a gift you bring back to the light of the day. We leave the bright sanctuary of the individual mind and move toward the grand synthesis of all existence. The energy of your life now leads us from individual awareness toward the great unity of life. We are moving toward the symphony of being, where the single note of your consciousness joins the eternal melody of the universe. The boundary between the self and the other is becoming a bridge, and the bridge is becoming the path. That individual awareness in the depths of your mind is now expanding beyond its own boundaries and embracing all of life. You are not a being imprisoned only within this body, but a unique note in that immense symphony of the universe that has been continuing for billions of years. The unity of life is an unbreakable sacred bond, stretching from the stardust in your atoms to the distant forests that produce the oxygen in your breath. It is a realization that you are woven into the very fabric of reality, a thread of gold in a tapestry of infinite complexity and beauty. As you lie in the silence of this room right now, you are actually breathing in the same rhythm as the entire planet. Every molecule filling your lungs has previously been a guest in the wave of an ocean, in the flapping of an eagle's wing, or in the leaf of an ancient tree. The water in your body is part of that same eternal cycle circulating in the veins of the earth. We are not separate islands, but different shores of the same ocean. This fluid connection reminds us that there is no other, only different expressions of the same vital force that animates the sun and the cells alike. Biologically, we are all written with the same genetic alphabet, the same will to live is hidden between the blooming of a flower and the beating of your heart. In this chapter, we step beyond the individual sense of I and dive into the peace of that great we. As you feel this deep connection of the universe to you, loneliness leaves its place to an eternal sense of belonging. You are not inside the universe, you are the universe itself, experiencing itself through the window of your consciousness. You are the eyes through which the cosmos looks at its own stars, and the heart through which it feels its own pulse. Imagine the mycelial networks beneath the forest floor, connecting trees in a silent, underground conversation. Just like them, we are connected by invisible threads of energy and information that transcend physical distance. Every act of kindness, every thought of peace, vibrates through this network, affecting the whole. When you find stillness within yourself, you are contributing to the stillness of the world. You are a conductor of the cosmic energy, allowing it to flow through you and radiate outward into the collective field of existence. Think of the carbon in your bones and the iron in your blood. These elements were forged in the hearts of dying stars billions of years ago. You carry the history of the galaxy within your very structure. You are a literal child of the cosmos, a manifestation of the universe's desire to know itself. This perspective dissolves the small worries of the day, replacing them with a vast, celestial calm. You are supported by the same laws that hold the planets in their orbits and guide the light of distant suns across the void. Every breath you take is a shared event. The atmosphere is a thin, blue veil that we all breathe together, a shared lung for the entire biosphere. The oxygen produced by the plankton in the sea and the trees in the valley finds its way to your blood, becoming the spark of your thoughts. In return, you provide what the plants need to grow. It is a perfect, reciprocal dance of life, a cycle of giving and receiving that never ends. In this unity, there is no scarcity, only a bountiful, circulating abundance. Consider the synchronicity of nature. The way the birds migrate without maps, the way the tides follow the moon, and the way your own heart coordinates its trillions of cells. It is all part of one singular, unfolding movement. When you stop resisting and start flowing with this movement, you find a peace that surpasses understanding. You are being carried by the current of existence, a river that knows exactly where it is going. You can let go of the oars now, the river has you. As you focus on this immense and harmonious web of life, feel yourself in an eternal state of safety. This great whole is always supporting and nourishing you. You are never truly alone, for you are part of everything that was, is, and ever will be. This belonging is not something you have to earn, it is your birthright as a living being. It is the ultimate security, a ground of being that is unshakable and ever-present. The individual notes of your life are now blending into a deep, resonant chord. The boundaries of your ego are softening, melting into the vastness of the cosmic sea. The energy that moved through the cells, the blood, and the mind is now merging with the energy of the stars. You are becoming one with the silence of the night and the stillness of the space between the worlds. We leave the grand symphony of existence and move toward the final destination of this journey, where all information and feelings transform into absolute stillness. The energy of your life now leads us from the unity of life toward the ultimate peace of deep sleep. We are moving toward the final sanctuary, where the traveler finally finds rest and the story dissolves into the eternal quiet. The final gate is opening, and the light is fading into a perfect, healing darkness. Our journey concludes here, at that sacred boundary where words end and silence begins. You no longer need a body, a name, or a story. You are simply that pure peace that exists at the center of all things. All those trillions of your cells have performed their duties with perfect loyalty, and now they all enjoy this deep surrender along with you. The grand machinery of life has done its work, the rivers of the blood have settled into a calm flow, and the electricity of the nerves has softened into a gentle, golden glow. You are crossing the threshold into the realm where the traveler and the road become one. You are now beating in the same rhythm as the heart of the universe. Your breath flows spontaneously, like a calm wave washing onto a deserted shore, retreating back into the vast ocean of existence. The last fragments of thought in your mind fade away like distant stars extinguished by the approaching light of a dream. Now there is only emptiness, but this emptiness is not cold or void, it is like a soft velvet that embraces you with compassion, heals you, and takes away all your fatigue. It is the fertile darkness of the womb, the cosmic cradle that holds the entire galaxy in its silent arms. Deep sleep is the soul's homecoming. It is the return to the source, the place where the individual drop merges back into the infinite sea. Here there is no time, no space, only a state of absolute being. Let yourself go into this safe darkness, into the arms of that infinite void. Nothing will be lost as long as you do not hold on the contrary, everything will be completed again in this silence. You are shedding the heavy garments of the day, the roles you played, and the burdens you carried, becoming light as a feather floating in the midnight air. Imagine your consciousness as a lantern being slowly dimmed. The light grows softer and warmer, shrinking to a tiny, glowing point of pure awareness. And then, even that point dissolves into the vast, protective shadow of the night. You are protected by the weight of the earth beneath you and the expanse of the heavens above you. The gravity that holds the moon in its orbit is the same force that anchors you to this moment of total rest. You are perfectly held, perfectly safe, and perfectly loved by the very laws of physics that govern the stars. The repair of your spirit is happening in the silence. The puzzles of your mind are being solved without your effort, the wounds of your heart are being mended by the invisible hands of peace. You are sinking deeper into the pillows of eternity, where the noise of the world cannot reach you. The history of your life is being rewritten in the language of rest, turning every struggle into a lesson and every sorrow into a seed of wisdom. You are becoming whole again, integrated and unified in the dark, healing waters of the subconscious. Think of the stillness as a living presence. It is not the absence of sound, but the presence of a profound harmony that requires no music. It is the vibration of the universe at rest. As you resonate with this stillness, your muscles lose their last bit of tension, your jaw softens completely, and your eyes find their final resting place behind your lids. You are no longer a person trying to sleep, you are sleep itself, manifesting in a human form. The boundary between your breath and the air in the room has vanished, you are breathing with the world. The trillions of atoms that make you up are now vibrating at the frequency of the night. They remember their origin in the ancient nebulae, and they find comfort in returning to that primordial state of quietude. There is a great intelligence in this surrender, a biological wisdom that knows when to stop and how to begin again. You are trusting this wisdom with your very life, and it is rewarding you with a tranquility that is deeper than any ocean. The journey through the cosmos, the cells, the brain, and the senses has led you here, to the simplest and most profound truth of all: you are at peace. As you focus on this final stillness, notice that my voice, too, is turning into a whisper, and then into a silence. It is becoming a part of the background hum of the universe, a soft vibration that guides you to the very edge of the world. The night protects you, the universe embraces you, and the darkness is your friend. There is nothing left to do, nowhere left to go, and nothing left to be. Everything is as it should be, in this perfect, frozen moment of eternal grace. The light of your individual lamp is now fully merged with the infinite light of the cosmos. You are the stillness, you are the peace, and you are the deep, dark, restorative night. The cycles of existence will continue, the sun will rise again, but for now, there is only the beautiful, endless quiet. Now, towards that light and peace beyond everything, into your deepest sleep, glide away. Sink into the velvet. Fall into the stars. Disappear into the healing embrace of the infinite. Sleep well.